Greetings, Earthlings. It is I, Gabriel. This is the Rise Atlantis show. Today, the topic of the day is a really weird one. It seems as if all these things happening all the time, that it seems that they're all weird, you know? And even though they're weird apparitions and signs, they are awesome signs. Now, it's weird because even though they look like aliens and stuff, I don't mean awesome it being an alien apparition as it being awesome to glorify it. No, I mean awesome as a sign of the times. Like, I feel God is the one that's revealing all these signs. So that's why I say awesome in the form of an alien apparition. Because I believe it is God revealing these apparitions for us all to bear witness of these things that are happening. So that's why I say truly an awesome apparition, because this right here was let me pull up the exact, what's it called, the exact quotes on it, stuff like that. Where is it? Oh, come on, let's see here, I just had it. I believe it's this one, yes. And it's truly awesome. It says, in England, a woman captured a ghost of they say it's an elderly woman, but upon closer examination of the video, I see what looks like what do you call it? Like an alien head. It's very strange. Now the shirt does kind of look, because it's like open collar, goes in like that. But then again, even it looks like a men's coat also. So you can't really say it's a woman. You know, it looks like a men's coat as well. So it's very strange. But the key point aspect of this is the head that I noticed. It looks like an alien head. Now, no one else is talking about, yeah, other people are talking about this apparition, but no one is noticing what I'm noticing of an alien head on this ghost. So, yo, this is truly amazing stuff. A woman captured this ghost standing in a window near a balcony of an abandoned building in England. And this ghost was standing in the window watching a woman's son ride around in a bicycle, learning how to ride a bike. So what do I think it means? Well, it's weird because, you know, kid riding a bike, it sounds like the movie E.T. That's where the alien comes in with the alien head on the ghost. You know, it like has like E.T. theme here. There's an E.T. theme. And what do I think it means? I think it means that well, you know, like in the movie E.T., the little boy finds the alien, which is E.T. And what do I think it means? This exact apparition, just like that kid found the alien, is the same way we are all about to see the first extraterrestrial looking being maybe being released from underground laboratories soon. Maybe this is a clue that the world is about to see and hear the world's first extraterrestrial looking being. Now my theory is, yes, they could come from space, but they could also be created in underground laboratories. So maybe they're planning to bring them out from underground laboratories soon. Could this be what it talks about in Revelation, where it says the last of the kings and all that, where they set to make peace, right? Remember the Antichrist makes a global peace treaty, and then all of a sudden everyone thought it would be peace, and then all of a sudden you see the Antichrist come out. Now, I'm not really connecting that with Trump and Kim Jong-un and North Korea making peace, but I feel the Antichrist, in my opinion, could be Putin of Russia. Not only did he invade Crimea of Ukraine, but, Russia. If I'm not mistaken, they're the one that made the video of the nuclear bomb falling on Florida. It could have been North Korea, but I'm almost certain it was Russia that did that. So it seems Russia's really warmongering more than North Korea is. And, it's good news, to see North Korea making peace with America. That's good, because I don't want World War III to happen. Because at what point in World War III happening will it be too late for Jesus to return? You know what I mean? I believe Jesus is returning, but I don't know exactly what point when we're in World War III of nuclear bombs being launched and millions of people dying. I don't know what exact point it will be from then until Jesus returns. So it's scary to think that, millions of people dying in nuclear blasts and Jesus still hasn't returned, So it's really scary, I would hope that Jesus would return before that to prevent such a tragedy. But it's sad when all these tsunamis happen, and remember the bubonic plague, millions, hundreds of, I don't know the exact number of people that died in all those plagues, but I know it was in the millions, and it's sad, so many people have died over the years in so many things, and I just feel a nuclear war could equal to billions of people dying. So not really to cause fear in anyone. I just don't know exactly what number of people would die until Jesus returns. It really makes me wonder, But it seems, this is my opinion, that Jesus and God, they're waiting until the prophecy of the mark of the beast becomes fulfilled. And it could be, with human cloning and creating half human, half animal hybrids for the world to worship them as gods. And this could be what this apparition of this ghost is what it could be, the meaning of it, So that will be the topic of the day. It is a very, very it's a very, very strange video, because the head on it just does not look like a human head, So I think what that apparition means is that we're about to see the world's first human animal hybrid coming out soon. And once it comes out, the world is going to celebrate it. The world is going to be drawn to it. They're going to be worshiping it subliminally without even knowing. It's going to be like the world's biggest superstar, If a weird creature like that talks and everything, can you just imagine a big head, big eye, green gray skin, the alien looking image. Can you imagine something like that being brought to the surface of the earth from underground laboratories? And, just put out there everywhere as the biggest celebrity ever. This creature will have its own show on cable TV. Maybe even, I know it sounds funny, it sounds impossible, but that's really what it can come to, is when they bring the world's first hybrid out with the, alien looking image, it's going to get its own show on local TV, Fox TV or something. Channel 10 for everyone without cable to see, It's going to be really crazy, man. And yeah, the Men in Black will try to control it, censor it, but once it gets spread everywhere and everyone hears about it, there's no way the Men in Black can put the genie back in the bottle, So that will be the topic of the day of this very interesting, truly interesting video of this ghost that looks like it has an alien head, an extraterrestrial head. Wow. When I saw this, I was debating whether to make it the topic of the day, because I was thinking, well, you know, there's so many hoaxes out there on the internet. And then I was thinking, well, man, there's so many ghost apparition videos out there. But what I really decided on making this a topic of the day was the fact that it has an alien head. And no one else is talking about it, so I have to be the one that talks about it. So the first news story is, and it's really hard to get a message out, man. You know, I wish I could hit 8 billion people watching at the same time. It's just impossible. I hope it could get there soon. Like Coast to Coast AM on the radio station. I mean, I hope this show can become that. For all I know, man, I might one day be the host of Coast to Coast, you know? I mean, it's really hard to think about, man. Because that show, it goes what? It starts at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It goes 4 hours. Now, I would hate to do 4 hours every night. But maybe if I get into it so much, and if the pay's good, then maybe I could really be the host of that show soon. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to see myself as leading Coast to Coast AM, you know. But it can happen, man, you know. Just like George Norrie. No one heard of George Norrie before then. But now he's like, you know, this is what makes the show, you know. They have the other guest hosts, which is good. That way, one person doesn't have to run it every single night, you know. It get draining, you know, so... I mean, maybe I could start off as a guest host. It's weird, man, to really see myself famous. See, I want to use the fame to bring in the money to get rich and use that money for good purposes. I don't want to go and buying mansions and expensive cars and all that. I want to use this, so much money that I can get and just use it for greater things, you know what I mean? Reinvesting back into things, making more money to do more good in the world. And I'm not talking about buying private jets like that one pastor, preacher, and Creflo Dollar also. And asking people to donate to buy them a jet, you know, it's just insane. You know, but I have big dreams, man, and dreams do come true. And I'm not just talking about advertising on billboards. To me, that's a waste of money, man. We gotta think bigger than that. Guerrilla marketing is where you get the most bang for your buck. So the first news story, oh, I almost forgot. See, this happened last time. When I forgot to take the pictures of the news stories, it's a hassle going through the show and trying to hear story by story. It takes long. So what I do to make it easier is all the news stories that I have brought up here. When you scroll, wait, what happened? All the news stories, I take pictures of it to make it easier to write it down on the description on the video, you know. So let me just do this real quick. I almost forgot, man. I was gonna do this before, but I'm already this far in the show. I don't want to start over. And plus, it's already what, it's gonna be 1 o'clock in the morning. Man, I hate it, you know, because I never have time out of work. I have no time for anything. I hate it, man. I really hate it. Let's see. It's hard to get good quality on this camera sometimes. Let's see here. Okay, almost done. What happened here? Okay, almost done. Yep, that's it right there. Okay. Okay, simplifying. That's the best way. I just want to simplify everything, easier and easier, but better and better and better. You know, and diversify also. First news story is: mysterious puffy object is lurking near the Milky Way's monster black hole. Huh? A puffy object. Okay, this is a puffy object here. And it's white. Now notice right here I see a face. Left eye, right eye, nose, mouth. Very distinct nose. And look at the eyes. It looks like there's a black part in the eyes. How weird is that? That looks like, yes, it really could be a face. Let me, this is a zoom in. That looks like, I see a face there. I don't know. I heard people say, oh, you can see faces and everything, because you're just seeing a 2-pattern dot and this and that. I mean, you know, like a 2-pattern dot for the eyes. Okay, now again, people are saying they're noticing a puffy white dot. But then again, look, I'm seeing something else crazy here. I'm seeing what looks like an alien. Now this is in the Milky Way galaxy, next to a giant black hole. This is the puffy white dot people are saying. And yo, I'm seeing another alien here, man. Left eye, right eye. The eyes are so big and enlarged, really distinct. And the color of the skin of the alien looks green. How weird is that? Now it looks like it's lounging on a chair or something, and you see like a face in the center of the alien. It's weird stuff, but here it is. Now get this. This is the head right in the center. That's the head of the alien. Now remember, this is in the Milky Way galaxy. So this is not like a real alien. I mean, it could be an apparition in the Milky Way galaxy, but I doubt it. I mean, if it's always like that, it's weird. Maybe God formed it like that. Why would God form an alien? Maybe just to bear witness to the world, you know, as a sign of the mark of the beast. For people to get ready to know that it's happening now. So there's a face right there. And here's the face in the center of the body. I know it's hard to see, but there's a left eye, right eye, nose, mouth. And the mouth is making like some crazy, sad or angry smirk. Weird stuff, right? So this is an alien. It looks like it's lounging on a chair like a cloud. And these are the legs right here. Here's the one leg, and then the other leg is over here in the center. How weird is this, right? It looks like there's just an alien just lounging there. Yo, that's some weird stuff, man. Weird stuff indeed. Again, like I said, I notice things that so many other people don't. Now, I mean, all this could just be coincidence, but I doubt it. The image is the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy, and the region surrounding it was taken by NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory. They're calling it the puffy objects that look like a gas cloud but act like stars. No one else is saying how weird this thing looks. You had to zoom all the way in just to see it. Weird, right? It looks like an alien just lounging on a chair or something. Oh, what? Yo, lounging on a chair. They found this over 12 years of data in an observatory in Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Okay, so Hawaii is known as a tourist place where you go to relax, have fun, and just lounge, you know. Bake in the sun next to the ocean, on the beach. And it's weird because that's what alien lounging could represent. The island and all. The easy life. Now get this. All the volcanoes erupting in Hawaii are not stopped. They're not stopping. How weird is this? All these synchronicities are all lining up together that it's just, you know, it is not coincidence. Not coincidence at all. This is weird stuff. It seems as it just keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. They presented their, who did? University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. They presented their findings on June 7th. They're calling it G objects, or the dusty stellar objects. Huh. They don't say what G stands for in the G objects. But G1 was observed in 2004. G2 observed in 2012. And G3 is the recent one. This is weird stuff. See, all this is what they're talking about. This is all this scientific lingo, man. I don't know. That's just like over my head right there, you know. Okay, so weird. Yep, truly weird. So this puffy white cloud that they're talking about, no one is saying how it looks like an alien is lounging on what, like a chair or something. Weird stuff. Huh. Okay, next story. Loading. Meet Norman, the world's first psychopathic AI, artificial intelligence. They created a psychotic robot. What next? It seems they're really starting creating, you know, these killer robots now. That's not something you want to do. Whatever happened to the laws of AI, where it cannot be crazy? This are already breaking one of the laws of AI here. That should be illegal, man. They shouldn't be allowed to be creating psychotic artificial intelligence. Next story. Scientists shocked by mysterious deaths, plural, of ancient trees. Panke, P-A-N-K-E, the oldest known African baobab, B-A-O-B-A-B, funny words. In 1997, the tree has since died. Now, these trees have been here for thousands of years. You could tell by the size of them. They're way taller than your regular forest trees. And the size of it's so big, too. These are people at the bottom right here. So you clearly see a reference point. I'm not sure you could pick up, like, right there in the middle is a person. All these people on the bottom. And that thing is that wide. So this tree looks like a building. Can you believe it? A tree the size of a building. Not just the height, but the width as well. This is weird. It's in Africa. It's dying mysterious circumstances. Now this thing has been there for thousands of years. And then all of a sudden, when? Over the past 12 years. Okay, so it's not this year. But even then, 12 years is important. Because what does 12 represent? Well, we are in 2018. So if you minus 18 from 12, you just add 2 to 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means 2006 is when it started happening. 2006 is when it started happening. That's close enough to the millennium. in my opinion. 6 years is a really dark shot at millennium. You know, the time frame. You know, what is 6 years to a millennium compared to 500 years? You know, so what I'm trying to say is, a millennium is what, 1,000 years, right? So 6 years is like 1% of 1,000 years. So it's pretty much spot on. That these trees started dying at the turn of the millennium, even though it's 2006. Still close enough. And maybe it was a result of 9/11 in 2001, and then all these things happening. Rael came out talking about human cloning for eternal life in 2003, Christmas Eve. You know, I heard Prophet Yahweh, he summoned the first UFO in Las Vegas in 2006. You know, and 2006, oh, I'm seeing the connection here. 2006 is when Prophet Yahweh, I believe it was 2005, if I'm not mistaken, he summoned the first UFO on Las Vegas local channel, the weather segment. And, you know, the weather channel, the local channel told him the time and place to meet him, and Prophet Yahweh met him. And sure enough, it appeared. Now, they could be demons, these orbs, these orbs in the sky. But then again, they could be from God also, because I've seen them morph into crosses of light and all these things. So just because they look like orbs doesn't necessarily mean they are demons. You know, it could be signs God is showing to the world to warn the world to get ready for Jesus' return. You know? And Jesus is not going to return with monster creatures. When Jesus returns, there will be no monster creatures. No hybrids. So, wow, that's pretty interesting. See here, it says, okay, in 1997 this picture was taken, but it was still alive. 2006 is when it started happening. How weird is that? 2005 or 6 was it? Prophet Yahweh summoned the first UFO. Now his real name was Raymond Watkins. He sadly passed away of a heart attack in 2014. Was it August 2014? I'll never forget it, man. May you rest in power in paradise, amen. And this other guy, you know, Rael, his real name Claver Hilon, talks about human cloning is eternal life, you know. I don't agree to that. But then again, I believe they should be allowed their freedom of speech, because by them talking about it, having the debate of it, will bring our Lord's return. So I'm all in favor to let the debate happen, man. We need to debate human cloning. It should not be something secretive and top secret and taboo and all this. Come on, man. You know? Let's see here. Yeah, it says in 2005 is when it started happening. How weird is this? Oh, man, it's definitely a sign. Huh. They're all about 1,000 and more than 2,500 years old. And they've lived for so long, and all of a sudden, now this was after Jesus died. You know, 2,000 is based on after death, the calendar of Christ. So this is very significant here. The Lord is telling me something here, man. That it's all prophecy, man. It's all, you know, pieces of the puzzle falling into place. Pretty awesome, man. This is how big these trees are here. Wow. And it's weird. They kind of look like flying saucers at the top. I don't know. Is that me, or is it just flying saucers up there? Pretty weird. Huh. Fascinating story. Next story. Okay, it's already 30 minutes, so just wrap it up. President Trump said North Korea, Kim that Kim Jong-un commits to complete denuclearization. And that's good because I saw the video where they met and Kim Jong-un pat Trump on the back. And then Trump patted Kim Jong-un on the back also. So that was really awesome to see, you know. Really break the ice and really, you know, just make peace, man. It's awesome. Next story. No wait. Where is it then? Okay, next story. This is a weird story. Macedonia reaches name change deal with Greece. Now, why would Macedonia want to change its name? Because the Balkan nation will hold a popular vote and referendum later this year to officially change its name to the Northern Republic of Macedonia. Come on, man. Why do they add all this Northern, Southern Republic and all this and that? Just keep it the same, man. Why do they complicate it? Pointless words like that. This shows that just because you are rich and famous does not give you power over other people's rights. Angelina Jolie required to give Brad Pitt more access to their kids. Can you believe it? Angelina Jolie wanted to keep her kids away from Brad Pitt when Brad Pitt is the father, you know. It's not right. They should have visitation rights. This was a weird story. Can you believe this here? Alec Baldwin said if he ran on 2020 election, he would win. Pretty crazy, man. Most likely he'll run Democrat. And I really hate getting into politics. I never endorse any side because I want my viewers to like me, you know, regardless of any political party. That's why I never endorse Democrat or Republican. I stay neutral on it, you know. I wish we could all vote independent, you know, and they would win, you know. Because independent, they don't choose a side. They're their own political party, you know. They are separate. And I feel the independence is the wave of the future, basically. And we all I feel we need to take a chance and all vote independent. People say it's a wasted vote, you know. I mean, if we all take a chance on an independent, it just may change everything. Trump punches back at Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro cussed on, what was it, the Grammys? What was it? He was just cussing like a drunken sailor, you know. It's not good. You should not be cussing at all. Especially you're a professional like that. Next story, Toyota makes bid. Makes record $1 billion investment bid in ride-hailing firm Grab. What does that mean? Basically like a power grab. Okay, so Grab is a company and they want to buy out Uber's business. So there's a new company called Grab coming out, can you believe it? That want to compete with Uber. It's getting ridiculous, man. You know, it's a matrix of absurdity, man. Tesla cuts 9% of staff. I also heard that Citi Bank, what was it, they're planning to cut 10 million jobs or something? Let me get the exact quote up. Citi Bank to lay off jobs. Let's see if it gives the exact number. This is not good here. They're planning What is it? No, that's... They posted a $10 billion loss, but that's not saying the jobs they're planning to cut. Man, it's so hard finding exact information. This was it. Citigroup to cut more than 52,000 jobs in favor of AI robotics. Can you believe it? So now when you go into a Citi Bank, they want to have actual robots handling your financial cases. Can you believe it? It's getting really crazy, man. Just how they want to have all these fast food places with automatic burger flippers and fry flippers. It's getting really crazy. It really is. You know, they want to have automation everywhere. In the future, man, 5-10 years, maybe even 5 years, yeah. They want to have 70-80% of all jobs replaced by robotics, man. Which is good. And a fact that if we have robotics replace every job, then we start moving towards the I forgot what I called it. It wasn't selective employment. I believe I called it a better word. Systematic order of the workforce. The job shifting movement, where basically, you know, we select what we like doing and everything just, we volunteer and everything will be, all the living expenses will be paid for with a few days of work spread out the month. And that's really all it takes, and robotics will help us with everything. So that's the way of the future, but it's bad because the way it's starting right now is robotics are causing a lot of poverty. So we need to fix that with the job shifting movement. You know. Next story is the master architect behind Japan's remote art island. Now I don't know. His art island looks kind of Illuminati to me. Because it has all these triangles, pyramids, and all, and it's taking too long to bring up the picture here, man. Come on. You see, I hate it when it's just all this loading, and this is a good phone, man, and with all this loading, it's just, it makes my phone seem like trash when it's not, you know. It gets to me. That's a weird story. 2 men killed over false child kidnapping claims on WhatsApp and Facebook. See, this is defamation of character. When people post stuff that's not true about people, and then people go and carry out hate crime attacks like this, and actually kill people over stuff like this. Over hoaxes. You know? And this is the downside of technology, when it becomes crazy and it can't be controlled, and people start talking bad about other people, gossiping and rumors, creating false fabrication stories, you know, and it's really defamation of character. Just like when people make fun of other people, like celebrities and all, I don't think that's right. I don't think celebrities should be made fun of. It should be against the law, because it starts with celebrities, and before you know it, it's everyone else, you know. So that's why it's good to help the celebrities, like against the paparazzi, when they become too crazy about it. Some of these paparazzi, they get too violent, and they get too invasion of privacy, where it completely violates the norm, you know. It's okay for them to, you know, snap pictures and run a story, but it's a whole nother thing when it's violating people's privacy. And when they're getting violent, like look what happened to Princess Diana, you know. It's very, very crazy, man. Fisherman catches half bird, half fish creature. Now this is weird. Half bird, half fish. Check this out. Look at the head. It does look like a bird. And you start seeing the mouth moving. This fish doesn't have a head like a regular fish. Let's see here. Right now I think they're going to zoom in. So here it is right there. You see the mouth moving. Weird stuff. Oh my god, it's flame. And I don't think this is a fish at all. I mean, yeah, it's a fish, but I don't think this head of the fish is a real fish head. I think it really looks like a bird. It has some kind of beak or something. Now, where was this found? You guessed it, China, and it could be next to Japan, where you know, Japan had the Fukushima radioactive leak from the radioactive power plant into the ocean. That explains it. That's creating deformities. Either that or it's mad scientists running amok. Maybe it's both. And the last story. I mean, well, that was the last story. Now, we get into the topic of the day. This is truly fascinating right here. Now, speaking of something like a fish that has a different kind of head, a bird head, just like this video here. You see the connections here. This video looks like a human ghost, but it has a head of an extraterrestrial alien. How weird is that? I'm on mute. Alright. Now, this is always the best part to mute the music, is when we get to the topic of the day. Okay. Now, what you're about to see here, your eyes do not deceive you. You are seeing a human ghost with an extraterrestrial head. Now, it could be fake, it could be a hoax. Hate to say it, man, there's a lot of hoaxes out there. But the way I see it is, people always say, well, what if it's a hoax? Well, the way I say it, the way I see it, the way I tell people, I say, what if it could be real? That, yeah, you agree with these skeptics and say, there's a lot of hoaxes out there. But you know what? There's a lot of real apparitions that are appearing also. So we need to take, take every single apparition as a grain of salt. But then again, don't write it off as just a hoax. You know, don't judge a book by its cover. That's not really the right saying. I'm trying to think of a better saying for analyze it more. Well, there's a saying for analyzing something more. I just can't remember what it is. The fact is stranger than fiction. Basically, this is awesome right here. Check this out. There it is right there. Now you're going to see a really good zoom in right here. Now this boy riding the bike, it reminds me of the movie E.T. and how the kid finds E.T. the alien. Well, this right here, this ghost, that head does not look like a human head at all. The eyes just don't seem right. Now right there it zoomed out. So let me go ahead and freeze frame on the part where it was fully zoomed in. What happened here? what's going on here. Okay, let's see here. What just happened here? It took me to something else. Oh my god, let's see here. What? What was the title? I don't know how it took me to that other one if I didn't even click it. Now what I like about all these that I show on the show is they're all the most recent. All the other ones are like older. They really don't have the same, I wouldn't call it wow factor. They really don't have the same significance. Because a lot of these other ones are like older. It's, you know, this happening recent clearly means that something big is happening. I can't find it now. What's going on here? Okay, now I can't find the video. Can you believe it? Oh my god, man. Let's see. Man, I don't believe this. This is weird. I can't find it. You know, I was on the video, then all of a sudden it just diverted me to something else here. I hate it when it does that. And now I can't even find it. Oh my god, I don't believe this. And I can't even... This really gets to me, you know, when things mess up like this, you know? It really gets to me. I can't find it now. I don't think I shared it to my Facebook page. Let me double check. I hate it when it does this, man. No, I can't find it now. This is weird what I saw. A rotating, twisting skyscraper is being planned in Dubai. Now Dubai is where they have the man-made islands, shaped like a palm tree. So I see this as a big disaster waiting to happen. It just looks like it's all going to come tumbling down. With the weight of it is going to make it fall down. It's just not good at all. Now the only one I could find of the video is on through a website, but it's not the same because you don't see the full zoom in. Oh, okay, now it's showing it. It's because I was looking on the app version. It's on the browser version. Okay. Here we go. Let's try this again. Let's go ahead and pause it where it shows it. At the most full zoom in. This is truly amazing here. I might need to pick the brightness up for this. Let's pick the brightness up. All the way, maybe? Now, this right here is a ghost. You see the shirt and what looks like it's wearing some kind of dress coat. But notice this head right here. Now, if you notice the hair kind of looks like the Germans. I don't know, it's weird. Because you know, the hair kind of looks like the hair that Hitler used to wear. Now, not all Germans have their hair like that, but a lot did at the time of Hitler. Okay. Now, these black things are really the eyes. See, if I have to bring it in way closer for it to be visible. Now it just looks like a 7, right? It looks like a 7 if something is over it. But when I'm seeing it here, no, it's not a 7. There's like, it could be a 7. But you also start to see when I see it with my eyes instead of the phone of the camera doesn't show that line between the 7. It's very hard to see. If I bring it out here, maybe it might show it. You can barely see it there. The line in the middle that's splitting the center of the 7 on the top there. For some reason, the lighting just messes up when it gets closer, and it's very hard to adjust it. Okay, so I just noticed this. If that is a 7, what does it mean? Now 7 is like the number of God. So, let me take the brightness down just to about 25-30%. And hopefully this helps. Now let's try this again. Same picture. Hopefully it picks it up better. It's looking pretty much the same. Maybe you can see the line in it that splits the... Now that green light's just a reflection of the light on the phone. Okay, so I don't know. It's weird. It looks like a 7 is in front of her face. I don't know. That's weird. Because when I see it here, it looks like 2 eyes and a mouth. It's very hard to do this. Very hard to do this. Because it looks like 2 eyes and a mouth. I don't know, man. See right there, you see the split. If you see the 7, the top of it, you see like it's split in half. That's what forms the left eye and the right eye, and the mouth to the bottom right of it. So when you see it all the way up, it just looks like a black 7. I don't know, this is weird. You see in the middle where it kind of is more dimmer? That's one eye, and the right eye is to the right. This clearly doesn't look like a human. If you notice, even the neck is longer. Look at the size of the neck. Even the size of the neck is longer. Okay, so hard to debunk that one, man. I really think that's a real apparition. Man, because if it was a hoax, they would have made it look more than what it was. You know what I mean? They would have made it look more crazier. So that's what makes me think that they are real when they are really to the point. Now, we really don't have too much time to do EVPs right now. We're just going to do a set of 4 instead of a set of 6 like we usually do. Because I do 2 each, 2, 4, 6. And it's 1 on each phone. So we're just going to do a set of 4 here, since we're really crunching in on the time here, 54 minutes. Well, this is a real marathon EVP here. And we'll just go ahead and get it going. Wow, isn't that awesome? I didn't notice the 7 at first. What does it mean, 7th month? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That's next month. So I don't know what it means. Oh man. I hate trying to solve all these puzzles here, you know, because it makes my head spin. Here we go. Okay. This phone, we got the words. Mirror. And then acetylene. 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 And then swagger. Now swagger. It's all swag can mean two things. It's about style, and it's also on how you rock that style. So that's basically swagger. Swag has two different meanings. Now this phone has the words albumin, basically an album, and survival. Welcome to the jungle. Oh man, this lighting. Welcome to the jungle. You know, basically it's talking about survival, and it's an album, a song. So, and we'll go ahead and do two more. We'll call it a night. Okay. And on this phone, we got the words. You hear that sound, that tap over here? I'm telling you, man, ghosts make tap sounds. That's what Ghost Hunters taps the what is it? The Atlantic Paranormal Ghost taps. The one on Ghost Hunters that used to come on the show Sci-Fi. It was called the Atlantic paranormal society. And I like how they brought up the fact that, yes, ghosts make tap sounds. So this phone has the words uniseptate. Now, septate is like the sewer system. So, one sewer line? Weird. What does it mean? And then saccade. S-U-C-C-A-D-E. Monastery is like a type of church. Congo, but it's spelled with a K. K-O-N-G-O. So, a monastery in a Congo and novelty. What does this have to do with septic system? I don't know. This is weird here. Well, it kind of reminds me like Flint. The water crisis. Flint, Michigan. Now the first one. Mirror, acetylene, swagger. I don't know what to make of that right there. A mirror. What is it mirroring? What does swagger have to mirror with something? I don't know. And this last one, we got the words Brock, B-R-A-C, Chinook, that's like a helicopter, and sovereign. Now, sovereign means like humble, pure, sovereign, peaceful, and that they are being invaded on. That sovereign means that they are the peaceful ones, but they're being invaded on. So Brock sounds like the word barrack, like the barracks. And isn't it weird how Brock and it sounds like barrack, the barracks. And Barack's name meant a military housing. How weird was that? So Brock, Chinook, and sovereign. So this sounds like it's talking about war or something. I really don't know what to make of it. North Korea and Ukraine. That's what I think. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell everyone you know to like, share, and subscribe. I got the donation links going, and I hope to really receive money through this donation so I could go on tour soon. I want to go on tour so I can meet you all. So I can summon these live apparitions for you all to see and carry out this 50-state summoning tour that Prophet Yahweh had envisioned. Now, sadly, that he died in 2014, I feel that his spirit is passing me the torch for me to carry it on home to the kingdom of heaven. So, we'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell everyone you know to like, share, subscribe. Please tell everyone you know that Jesus is returning. Amen. Hallelujah. God bless you all. Peace.